Hi everyone, and welcome to this overview video of the strategytraining.com website. The strategytraining.com website is the home of FC Insiders. Those are members of our loyalty program who are premium members that have been premium members for 6 consecutive months and are in good standing. The thing to remember is that all of the stuff on firmsconsulting.com, all of the content on firmsconsulting.com sits on strategytraining.com, and this is the big one. The majority of our content and our most advanced content that's not available anywhere else also sits on strategytraining.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through how to use the website so you get a sense of how to navigate this once you become an FC Insider. But also, we do have some free content here that is useful to non-subscribers to any of our programs. So if you subscribe to none of our programs, you should still visit this website, at least download the Strategy Training app because you can access our free content there. So let's just talk you through the website. Generally, our latest shows, we will promote this here, and the images also promote the show. So this is an image of Kevin Coyne, who produces a lot of our content for firmsconsulting.com. His image appears here as we release the new shows from new partners. Their images will come up here and so on. And the first thing you'll notice is there's no subscribe button here, right? Do you notice that? It says sign in, but there's no button to subscribe. And the reason for that is because you can't subscribe to Firms Consulting Insider. It's a loyalty program. It's awarded to you. After you've been a premium member, and you become a premium member by going to the firmsconsulting.com website, subscribing to the premium membership. After you've been a premium member for 6 months, the website will automatically give you access to this website. So that's why there's no subscribe button. You can subscribe. So the browse will talk you through that, the forums, search function, and so on, right? But let's go through this. Now here, you can see we're available on multiple devices: iPhone, Apple TV, Android, and Roku. The Roku app is being modified, so it's taken offline. But every time we launch a new app, we'll put up the link here and you can download the app. Now again, the app and the websites talk. So everything you do on the website shows up on the app. Everything you do on the app shows up on the website. They're fully integrated. If you watch something on the app, the website tracks that and remembers it, right? Sign up for updates. You should sign up for updates. Even if you're a member on our other websites, sign up here because we release new videos here, new episodes that are not available anywhere else. Remember, the best content we have and the majority of the content we have and the most advanced content we have, video training and so on, is on the strategytraining.com website. We emphasize the fact that strategytraining.com and the Strategy Training apps are 100% complementary to Firms Consulting Insiders. It's a loyalty program. You can download videos into your app so you can watch it if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection. And all of the content, this is very important, all of the content we have are produced by ex-McKinsey and so on senior partners, which makes us absolutely unique in the world. There's no other channel, website, any forum like us that has the most senior former partners of McKinsey and BCG and so on producing content. And we only make it available here. As I said, the best content is only available on this website. This is a tracker which tracks the number of hours of content we have. Now, at the moment, we have 2,037 hours of content on this website. That's an enormous amount of content. Think about that. If you watch this 24 hours a day, non-stop, no break, it would take you a seriously long time to finish watching everything. So there's a lot of content. It's the biggest library of consulting skills training and career advice in the way partners assess it and the way partners analyze it in the world. There's no other program like this. What we have here is not all of the programs, but just the 12 shows that gives you a sample. Here we simply emphasize you can watch on any device, and then there's a sign in button, right? Now I'm going to sign in to make it easy for you. So let's sign in. So let's sign in. As you know, my name is Michael, and I'm one of the partners at Firms Consulting. So you sign in. Now, you need to sign in using the email address that you use for your subscription as a premium member. That's how the system recognizes you, right? Then you go to your inbox, and I'm on my phone now. Oh, there we go. You'll get a little email with a link. You click on it, and as soon as you click on it, the system will verify you and you can say start watching. When you click on start watching, it immediately takes you to the browse button, right? So it takes you to the browse button. You don't have to do much, just go to the browse button. Now, a couple of things you'll very quickly notice is continue watching and my list. Now, continue watching is every time you watch something on the website or the app, it keeps a track record of it. Just like Netflix, it tells you how much you've watched of it, the order in which you watch it, and you can scroll back and say, oh, I've watched this, I've watched that. This way you don't lose track of what you've watched, right? Now my list, let's do this, right? Let's click on this, and the video is starting up. I'm going to lower the volume so we can talk through as this thing does it. Now I'm in a part of the world where the internet access is not great, but just the video starting, right? Let's lower the volume to nothing. You can see very high resolution. You take your cursor off, it plays. Nice, simple to use interface. Now you can add this to your list, right? Take it off your list or add it to your list. Now, you go back to browse and you will see it's appeared here. That's because I've saved it. But also I've been watching it, so you can see it saved it to continued watching. So this way, even if you don't remember to save something, it's tracked for you anyway. Now, you can simply remove something from the list. Let's remove all of these first 3 videos, and then let's refresh the page, and those 3 videos are gone, right? But you can see it still keeps it in continue watching. It's just removed it from my list because this is your personal tracked videos, right? So let's look at some of the other things we have here. And just like the app, we list all of the series and then all of the shows we have on the strategytraining.com website and the strategytraining.com app. And it's quite a large selection here. We've also taken those series and then we've recategorized them as implementation, operations training, strategy, career management, or case interviews. Now, the thing to remember is that something can be categorized as both strategy and career management. It is possible a show could be about strategy and career management, right? Now, people have always told me, but Michael, the show about how Andrew became a senior partner from a senior manager in the space of 3 years, isn't that under career management? Yes and no. It's under career management because it is about his career, but it's also about implementation because we're showing you how we implemented his career strategy to build a new innovation division. That is implementation. And people need to remember that. Anytime you are taking the advice and acting on it, that's implementation. So a lot of the shows could be categorized as implementation and operations, and you need to be able to see that. It's not just strategy. All of our shows are about how we planned something and then how we executed it. So that's why something can have more than 2 categorizations, right? All of the case interview material on firmsconsulting.com have been moved here, right? So you can watch it all here. You don't have to go to the firmsconsulting.com website. It's all here, and you can see it's in a much easier to use interface, right? So let's go here, right? Let's go for high definition, which will take some time to load, but there you can see it becomes much clearer. So yeah, it's forcing high definition versus using the best clarity given the limited bandwidth I have, right? But you can see it's still playing. There's no problem with sound. So we're good, right? Now, you can post comments here. The comments here show up on your app and on the website. So no problems there, right? Let's go back to browse. We also have complementary material. This is all of our free stuff sits here, right? All of the interviews with Kevin, partners, other partners, all of the previews we have of shows, all of trailers we have, they sit here. For example, the trailer on the space study sits here somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, Mission to Mars, right? You can watch what we have upcoming here. Client documentaries will be loaded here as well. Now we can go back. There's one other thing I want to show you. Our iTunes channels on careers and strategy skills are rated in the top 10 for careers worldwide. They now sit on this website and the app. So if you want to listen to the latest episodes, download the app because they appear here first and then they go to the iTunes channels later. Older episodes of both channels can only be found on iTunes for now. We'll soon migrate them here. But The latest episodes appear here. Now, coming soon, I've just duplicated this so that it fills up the space, but what we will have eventually is that all of the shows we have coming up will appear here. Now, why do we have this? People say, but Michael, why do you have shows that are coming? Let me explain something to you. Firms Consulting has right now, I've measured this, we have 887 episodes of completed content we haven't released. That means a lot of this content is done, all of this content is done, and there's other shows. By the time you watch this video, this would have been filled up with all the shows we have coming up. Not all of them, but most of them, right? So if you click on this, you can read the description of this. Now what we do is we look at how many people are clicking on this and what comments are posted down here, if any, right? I've disabled comments for this, but you can post comments in the forums, which I'll get to in a second. We look at how many people click on this, how many people ask questions about this, which then helps us determine in which order we should release the shows. For example, if no one wants to know about how to join McKinsey after 5 years of maternity leave, which I think everyone should watch, because here you have a lady who's been on maternity leave for 5 consecutive years. No one has ever joined McKinsey after 5 years of consecutive maternity leave, but we helped to do it. That's a first for anyone. If no one's watching this show, and no one's interested in it, no one's commenting about it, then what we'll do is we'll say, okay, we've got the content, but we're not going to release it now. We're going to release the content for the more popular shows. So if you like a show, right, comment on it in the forums, show some activity so we know that that is interesting. Click on it so we can track clicks. And we know that 50,000 people are clicking on this. It's interesting. One person clicked on this. Not so interesting, right? In time, you'll have much more shows showing up here and you'll be able to see things. Now, guide to strategytraining.com are the videos which help you use the website, right? So content overview, click on this, you see an overview of our material. Guide to using the apps, you click on this, will show you how to use the apps. Guide to using this website is a video you're watching right now. That's this video, right? And then complementary episodes, study map shows you how to use the study maps we have. Now, just a couple more things. We've changed the search function and made it much better, right? But let's talk about the forums because I think that's interesting. People have asked for a long time for places to communicate. Now, the forums are not a place for you to ask us a lot of questions. Firms Consulting is designed to be self-explanatory. That means that if you don't know something, that means you haven't watched the video. So if something's explained in a video and you ask us how to do it, we will tell you to go watch the video. The forums are there for anyone to post a thread. So for example, let's assume you are sitting in Budapest, Hungary, and you're watching the power study and you want to talk to other people about the power study. You can go here, create a thread, topic, post a message, and it will appear in our forums. You can go on to existing threads and respond to it, right? Just type in your response. Say something nice. Say something nice. I mean, say something nice as in don't be rude. But my point is, the forums are there for you. They're not just there for you to ask us questions because honestly, we don't answer many questions about the content here. It's self-explanatory. If someone raises a question about the content that we feel they're not really paying attention to the videos, we'll push you back onto the videos. Because you can understand if people don't pay attention to the videos and they inundate us with questions, we'll be spending all of our time answering questions, right? So we're pushing people back onto the videos. If you raise something that is materially important, that is relevant but not covered in the videos, rather than posting a long response, we'll go edit the video and change it, right? Now, let's look at what's already here. How do I access this website in 5 apps? Self-explanatory. We tell you how to access the website and the 5 apps. We explain what's an FC Insider, how to become an FC Insider, and so on. Pretty simple, right? Then we have Introduction to Firms Consulting. Who are we? This is quite important. What we do, what we stand for, our values. We're not like other organizations. People always look at us and say, we're online, they'll treat us like other organizations, and then they interact with us and they realize we're different. It pays to read this introduction, right? Differences between membership levels. We have 4 membership levels. Well, 4 membership levels. We have TCO Intro, something new. It may not be out by the time you see this video, but it's certainly coming out pretty soon. That's where you just get access to a little bit of TCO to test it. Then if you like everything you saw in the TCO intro, you can subscribe to all of TCO. The executive program gives you access to the skills you need to operate like a consultant and an elite executive, assuming you haven't worked at an elite consulting firm. The consulting offer gets you into a consulting firm. The executive program teaches you how to operate once you're in a consulting firm, how to operate as if you've been at a consulting firm even though you've never been there. Premium gives you access to everything below it. The executive program, the consulting offer, TCO intro. FC Insider, and you can see that FC Insider has the bulk of content. By far, 24 programs that don't exist anywhere else exist in FC Insider, right? That gives you a sense of how big this is. You can see that TCO Intro has one program, which is basically Felix. The consulting offer has 8 programs. The executive program has 3 programs. That's 11 programs. FC Insider has 24 programs for now. Now, not all of this has been released, but they're pretty much done and they're on their way to being released, right? In fact, Titans of Strategy, which is our flagship program whereby we brought in some of the most senior and most influential partners in the history of BCG and McKinsey to teach you certain skills, is 8 programs. So that's 8 plus 24 is 32 minus 1 is 31 programs versus 11. There's almost 3 times the amount of content. And there's some pretty sophisticated content here. Look at this one. US versus UK versus Canada versus Australia in a citizenship and immigration. Here, we show you how to develop a strategy if you're coming from some part of the world and you want to secure a legitimate, valid, and legal visa without abusing the rules. An extremely detailed program is one of the most popular programs, and it's popular because when we've worked with clients, we've always found better ways to do things for them. In fact, one of our biggest programs I see has not even been updated yet. It's still to come out, is McKinsey to private equity, where we work with a client called Lisa and help her move from McKinsey to a top-tier private equity firm in the United States. It's not even listed here yet, but it's one of our biggest programs. So there's even more programs coming up here, right? So it gives you a sense of what's available. Then, if we go back, we have executive recruiting opportunities. This, again, is available to just FC Insiders. We find opportunities at major and elite organizations that allow our FC Insider clients to take on senior roles in strategy and management, and we guide them into those roles. Here we list all the opportunities we have. We don't have many opportunities because we don't want to be a volume shop. We want to get the best opportunities, screen them carefully, and work with our clients to get them in there, right? We list all of our opportunities up here. And then there may be some other things like guides to using the forums where you can find our content and so on. But nothing stops you from posting things here. Be professional, be nice, be polite, and you will be fine here, right? Now, anything else to cover? Yeah, a couple of other things to note. When you look at the content in the browse mode, as you can see, browse, it doesn't show you everything. Let me give you an example of this. Let's go to guidetostrategytraining.com. When you click within it, you will see that there's a firm's consulting content guide, which when you download that, you get this thing. It's a 10-page document explaining to you all the content we have and how to use it. So here, part 1 explains how to use TCO. What's in TCO, what you should watch first, how you should watch it, how we recommend using TCO, and then you can just go forward from there, right? Step-by-step guide that you can follow. What questions you need to ask yourself as you're watching the videos, in what order you need to watch the content. Part 2 is how do you use all the strategy, operations, implementation studies, and also career guides. Again, we list them and tell you how to use them. Now, clearly we've got so many shows coming out that the names of the shows may not be updated here all the time, but how to use them isn't going to change, right? Then we continue giving you guides. So this is important. Useful articles and books we listed here. This is a 10-page guide, which honestly, if you're a subscriber, this is something you should use. Very, very important. Now, this fact that we have some content embedded sits everywhere else. Let's go to this one, the consulting offer, right? You can see here we've got more downloads here. You can download Alice's cover letter, Alice's resume after editing, and Kevin Coyne's background. You can download that. So we're now experimenting with putting in downloadable or some downloadable content into our training programs, right? So that's an overview of the website. It's far more sophisticated than our current website, much more easier to use, much more intuitive. You've noticed we've changed the color scheme, we've changed the style of writing because we're going for mobile first. Certain things don't read well on a mobile device. What I call more traditional font like Times New Roman with curved corners, they don't read well on a mobile device. Certain colors don't read well on a mobile device. So you can see we've gone for a red to a darkish black contrast because it reads well on a mobile device. So we hope you like the changes. They're quite significant, and obviously a lot more is coming in strategytraining.com for FC Insiders. Pay attention to what's coming soon. Let us know if you like something. Post things in the forum section. Don't send me an email about it because I then can't catalog feedback, and then we can take it from there. As always, I always tell clients that at this point you got to be really proud of the fact that you've invested so much time in your career and are so far in your development. Taking the time to build yourself and take yourself to the next level of performance is something that many of us do not give ourselves enough credit for. It is an achievement. The fact that you're here, you may not know exactly what to do, you may be a bit scared. Honestly, take the time and go through it very slowly, right? Finally, I just remembered one other thing. Let's click on this, right? So you can see here that you can only see something like, how many videos? 19 videos. There's much more here. Click on it and more videos show up. So we go to browse and let's look at some of the other content. Let's look at the study, right? You can see some content here. You say show more, it shows you everything in this section, but there's much more here. Now, obviously, the corporate strategy and transformation study is a study that's being updated in real time, but it's our biggest study, so it's going to take some time to update, but certainly our most interesting study, right? So you can definitely, there's a lot of stuff in here, you just need to work through it. And of course, because of the amount of content we've had to be quite creative, but I think we've been very logical in the way we've laid it out. Some of them, like Jennifer, coaching sessions, then we've put in the solution videos. Click on it and you can watch the video and see how we've done things, right? So what I hope is an intuitive and easy to use interface. As always, we hope you enjoy the changes we've made. And if you like what we've done and think it is going to help your career, please leave a comment and a review for us on our iTunes and Android apps.